Hi, my name is Donn Weaver. I'm a U.S. Army veteran and currently chairman of the Brevard Veterans Council and vice president of the Veterans Memorial Center. We wanted to talk to you today about the Medal of Honor and the Purple Heart. We hope that this will be informative, and we want you to remember that Medal of Honor Day, March 25th, is part of your curriculum now, and we certainly appreciate that the schools are thinking about that and the significance of that award in military service. Remember, in Brevard County, we have 70,000 veterans and we have 13,000 active duty military. So you're in the middle of a very large group of veterans and people who understand the military. I want to thank each of you for working hard in school, because some of you will choose one day to join the military. And America, as always, will depend on those people who decide to join and volunteer to serve our country. At this point, in the museum, I wanted to show you the Medal of Honor. We have two recipients in Brevard County. We'll talk a little bit about them later in our library, but I want to introduce you to them. Maybe, Paul, you can come closer to get Emery Bennett, private first class that went to Cocoa High School on the top there. And then if you pan down slowly, Sergeant First Class Melvin Morris, who lives in Cocoa. Bennett was a recipient of his Medal of Honor in Korea, where he was killed in action. Sergeant First Class Melvin Morris received his Medal of Honor as a result of gallant service in Vietnam. And now he lives here in Cocoa. But was grievously wounded during that combat in Vietnam. So it's a chance to turn around a little bit here, Paul, and you'll see a display we have here in the museum of the different types of Medal of Honor. We'll talk about these in a little while. There is a separate Medal of Honor for Army, for Navy, that also covers Marines and Coast Guard, and for the Air Force, that covers the Air Force and now the new Space Force. So that's our display on the Medal of Honor. Let's go in the library and talk more about these two important awards. And hopefully you'll be able to tell your parents tonight or friends that you had a class from these veterans that talked about these things, and you'll learn a little bit more. Let's go to the library. Now we're here in the library at the Veterans Memorial Center. I want to thank Paul Julian and Joe Davey for filming these things that we send to the schools. Again, we're talking about two major medals, two major awards that the United States has a rich history in presenting. The first is the Medal of Honor. And again, Medal of Honor Day is this month, March 25th. So we honor the fact that the Americans who have received, and it's never win, you are a recipient of the Medal of Honor. You don't win that medal. It's not a sporting event like many of you do in your schools, but it is a recognition of heroism beyond anything expected of any soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, Coast Guardsman, or now Space Force person. It is a special honor that has a rich history, and I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. First of all, when we talk about the Medal of Honor, we also almost always have a person who has also received the Purple Heart. So today we're going to learn half about the Medal of Honor and half about the Purple Heart, and how they tie together and how important they are as symbols of service and sacrifice at the extreme level to Americans who serve. At this point, I'll let you know the Medal of Honor really has a history that only dates till 1930, 1932, when it became official. However, George Washington, during the Revolutionary War, gave special medallions out to Revolutionary War people who had been wounded and or particularly showed a lot of meritorious action and were very, very brave in battles in the Revolutionary War. This particular award evolved into both the Purple Heart and the Medal of Honor. It was in 1926 when, after World War I, when they decided to formalize a Medal of Honor, and it was approved by Congress in 1932. Sometimes the Medal of Honor is called the Congressional Medal of Honor, but really it's presented by the President to the recipient with the approval and endorsement of Congress. So the Medal of Honor, that we'll call it today, is an award that is very, very special and takes often many years to be recognized and to receive the Medal of Honor. There are three major types of Medal of Honor. The first is the Army Medal of Honor. It is awarded only to those who served with heroic action and were members of the United States Army, U.S. Army Reserve, or the U.S. Army National Guard. There's a U.S. Navy Medal of Honor. The Navy Medal of Honor is awarded to the naval forces, but also to Marines and to the Coast Guard, which is now part of the Department of Homeland Security. So those maritime services, if you will, are awarded the Navy Medal of Honor. And finally, the newest of them, the Air Force Medal of Honor, created in 1947, when the U.S. Air Force was created, is now awarded also to Space Force as well as U.S. Air Force for special recognition by the President of the United States. A total of 3,526 Medals of Honor have been awarded since the inception of the award in the Civil War time frame. Again, it was called the Medallion Medal, and didn't become the Medal of Honor until 1920s and 32 officially. Almost 40% of those people who received the Medal of Honor were Civil War heroes on the Union side. Remember, the Civil War was between the Confederates, the South, that had broken away from the Union, and the Union forces. The American forces from the Union won, the country was reunited, but the Medal of Honor was given only to the Union forces. In fact, during the Civil War, 9 members of Civil War units for the Union Army won the Medal of Honor twice in different campaigns. There's a total of 27 people who received the Medal of Honor during the time frame of peace because of heroic actions during the Cold War or other times. But most of the Medal of Honor are received as direct recipients of those who serve in combat in America's various wars. In Brevard County, there are 2 people who are anchored in Brevard County, who grew up in Brevard County, and or now live in Brevard County, who are recipients of the Medal of Honor. The first, Emery Bennett, was killed in his action, and by the way, almost 70% of the recipients of the Medal of Honor are killed in the conduct of their duty as they later receive posthumously the Medal of Honor. In that case, the medal is awarded to the family members. You remember when we first started, you saw the Medal of Honor display, and the large picture there is Emery Bennett. So we'll talk a little bit more about Bennett when we get back to that museum display of Emery Bennett. The second person with Brevard County connections to receive the Medal of Honor is Sergeant First Class Melvin Morris. He was a Special Forces guy who received his medal in Vietnam, and we'll tell you his story in a minute. But Sergeant First Class Melvin Morris, United States Army, grew up in Georgia, but now lives full-time in Cocoa. And he often travels and speaks to schools and other places about the Medal of Honor experience, because everyone who still is alive who receives the Medal of Honor is automatically inducted into the Medal of Honor Society and given a lot of responsibilities to share the story, because remember, most of them did not expect to receive the Medal of Honor. They expected to do their duty, and in fact, on that day or that period of time that they got the Medal of Honor, received it, they were doing their duty above and beyond the call of duty, saving lives, taking the enemy's life, all kinds of reasons, as I'll read you the citations of Private First Class Bennett and Sergeant First Class Morris in just a minute. I wanted to tell you one specific thing that may be of interest, and many of you may know this name from your study of World War II. General Douglas MacArthur, whose father was Arthur MacArthur, both father and son received the Medal of Honor. And when MacArthur was General of the Army before World War II, he lobbied Congress in order to get that 1932 passage so that the Medal of Honor from then on would be available to all service members who performed gallantry and heroism above and beyond the call of duty, the Medal of Honor. In 1993, 98, and 2005, Presidents Clinton, Obama, and Bush, George W. Bush, decided that they would like to have historical cases examined, because perhaps due to minorities or overlooked Medals of Honor recipients, there may be other Medals of Honor that were not awarded. That process has resulted in more than 27 Medals of Honor being considered and 24 having been awarded. And in fact, Sergeant First Class Morris, an African American, was awarded the Medal of Honor by President Obama in 2014, even though his actions that earned that Medal of Honor were done in 1969 in Vietnam. So Sergeant First Class Melvin Morris is among that group of people, and we're so happy that our country is looking at making sure we are equal treatment and equal consideration for equal levels of heroism in the service of the United States. The city in the United States that has the most Medal of Honors is Pueblo, Colorado. 4 Medal of Honor recipients actually live in Pueblo, Colorado. One other was killed in combat and received the Medal of Honor. But Pueblo, Colorado must be something in the water that creates heroism. But we're pretty proud of our 2 from Brevard County as well. Let me talk a little bit about Emery Bennett. He was born in New Smyrna Beach, but his parents moved down to Cocoa when he was young. He graduated from Cocoa High School. He was a Cocoa High School Tiger. He graduated in 1947, and was killed in combat in Korea at the age of 21 on June 24th, 1951. He was a young man. He was a Floridian, he was from Cocoa, and he went to do his duty. He enlisted in the United States Army and died in combat in a very significant way. Let me read you his citation for his Medal of Honor. Bennett served in Korea as a private first class with Company B of the 1st Battalion, 15th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Infantry Division. In the early morning hours of June 24th, 1951, 2 enemy battalions launched a human wave attack against his company's defensive positions near Sobatsang in North Korea. Bennett left his foxhole and stood exposed to hostile fire in order to attack with his automatic rifle. Although wounded, he maintained this position long enough to momentarily halt the enemy advance and allow the entire remainder of Company B to regroup. The assault resumed, however, and the company was forced to pull back. Bennett, still wounded, voluntarily stayed behind to provide additional covering fire for the full withdrawal of the entire company. That is truly worthy of a recipient of the Medal of Honor in the Korean War. Emery L Bennett of Cocoa, Florida. By the way, if you look closely when you cross the causeway of 520, you'll see the Emery L Bennett Causeway. His statue is at the Cocoa riverfront, where you can see more and learn more about Emery L Bennett, a true American hero from Cocoa. We talked about Melvin Morris. He was born January 7th, 1942 in Oklahoma and grew up in Georgia. He was also a member of the United States Army. He served in the U.S. Army before Vietnam started in 1959 until 1985. So he was a career Army NCO, non-commissioned officer, rising to the rank of Sergeant First Class. When he was in Vietnam in 1969, he was with Company D, the 5th Special Forces Group. He was a Green Beret. If some of you have a chance to look and your parents approve, there was a story about the Green Beret, a movie, the Ballad of the Green Berets, done in the 1970s, and you can get the whole story of the Green Berets in Vietnam in that movie. It starred somebody only your grandparents will remember, John Wayne. In addition to the Medal of Honor, at that battle that I'll describe in a minute, he received 2 Bronze Star medals, 2 Purple Heart medals, and a Meritorious Service Medal during his campaign in Vietnam. A truly American hero. His citation reads, as a United States Army veteran of the Vietnam War and Special Forces soldiers, he's received the Medal of Honor as a result of his role as commander of a platoon of Special Forces operators outside Bien Hoa, Vietnam in June of 1969, where he single-handedly mobilized his platoon to evacuate dead and wounded that had been cut off. He moved into that position, set up fire, and they were able to evacuate all their dead and wounded into safe positions. And then he stood in combat with 3 other people. They both fell. He evacuated their bodies himself for a total of 19 hours. He was there holding off the enemy. He used the weapons from all the and ammo from all the other members of the platoon, many who had died. To this day, about 20 members of his platoon credit him with saving their lives. Melvin Morris, Sergeant First Class, resident of Cocoa, truly an honored recipient of the Medal of Honor. Now let's switch to the Purple Heart. You remember I mentioned to you that the Purple Heart was a very special medal that almost every Medal of Honor recipient also received a Purple Heart. The Purple Heart is a medal given due to wounds or death in combat, killed in action in combat. So the Purple Heart is a measure of courage, is a measure of commitment, and is a measure of recognition of the sacrifices made by American forces throughout history. Again, the Purple Heart's predecessor began in the Revolutionary War with George Washington. It was actually a Revolutionary War called, a symbol called the Medal of Medallion of Honor, and it was awarded throughout American military history, most directly during the Civil War, which is also the Medal of Honor and the most recipients during the Civil War. Again, it's the result of hostile action. It's enemy fire, enemy mortars, enemy bombs. As a result of hostile action, a soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, Air Force, Coast Guard, Space Force is wounded or killed as a result of hostile action. They are awarded the Purple Heart. In fact, the Purple Heart is so well regarded in our country that there is a Military Order of Purple Heart, a veterans organization formed that is a national organization The Brevard chapter here meets at the Veterans Memorial Center, and every year in August 7th is Purple Heart Day. They hold a ceremony and recognize members who were awarded the Purple Heart, including every year one member who could not be there because they died in combat as a result of that action and were awarded the Purple Heart. Since 1780, I misspoke before, the actual name George Washington gave it was the Fidelity Medallion. It was then realized that the medallion needed to be formalized as a medal. At this point, I'm going to ask Paul to take the camera off the pod and film close up a Purple Heart medal awarded to a soldier during the Vietnam War, which we have here at the museum, that his family wanted us to have for display. You see the distinctive purple and the heart-shaped. George Washington's picture is in that Purple Heart medal, going back to the history I told you about. And you'll see the ribbon at the top is worn with all the other ribbons. The Purple Heart is very high up on the ribbon chain, even before the bronze medal or the silver medal, bronze star or the silver star. The only thing higher, of course, with the Medal of Honor and certain Air Force and Army other medals, but the Purple Heart is worn proudly by those who have sacrificed. It might be a serious wound that changed their lives. It might be a wound from which they recovered, but it was a result of combat action. Thank you, Paul. What I'd like to do at this time is share with you just a thought here. First of all, thank you for paying attention. Thanks to your teacher for allowing this video to be shown. And I hope from this video you understand more about the Medal of Honor, its history and its importance, and the Purple Heart. Some of you will choose to go into service of our country. Some of you will realize that it's not the soldier, sailor, airman, marine, coast guardsman that chooses whether they go to war. But you choose to go to your country, and it's up to the country to recognize the sacrifices that are made necessarily if there is a war. So these medals then connect our military members, but also we hope this class today and your visiting the Veterans Memorial Center Museum will help you and your family better understand the Medal of Honor and the Purple Heart and the importance of those awards to our military and in our history. Thank you.